The Cheeseboy628 Show, starring Cheeseboy628.
Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here today, giving you a 6th Gen OU Pokemon Showdown battle, and the only main tiers right now are Uber's OU, and I think they're doing LC now on Showdown, but nonetheless this is OU since they don't have all the tiers figured out yet, obviously. But this battle is to show that I'm starting to get into some 6th Gen Pokemon Showdown battles other than just having PS Lives and eventually Wi-Fi, but right now I only have 5th Gen Wi-Fi stuff, but I'm definitely going to get in some 6th Gen Wi-Fi as soon as possible. But let's get right into this team preview here. If you checked out my PS Live from yesterday, you'll be pretty familiar with this team. I have a Mega Pinsir with a hilarious set, a Scarf Garchomp, a specially defensive Spikes Klefki. I also have a physically defensive Tentacruel for spinning to support Mega Pinsir and Talonflame since they both definitely don't appreciate rocks. Then I have a max HP, Adamant Max Attack Chestnut for that hard-hitting starter that no one seems to respect, so I wanted to give it a bit of respect. And finally, I've got my Talonflame here being Adamant, Max Attack, Choice Banded, Gale Wings, Brave Bird going against anything in its way. Plus it's ridiculously fast, it just needs a bit of power to boost it up. Now looking at my opponent's team, all I'm worried about on my opponent's side is getting rid of Dragonite's multi-scale, taking out that Greninja, which is pretty fast with Protean, it's kind of threatening, and then Ferrothorn, as long as I have a counter to it being some close combats, Hammer Arms, or Flare Blitzes, I should be fine. So let's see how this battle goes. So I'm going to start off with my Klefki, get as many spikes up as possible because he does not have a spinner. Most teams that I face don't have spinners right now because most of them don't care about balance and just testing out some stuff. So he brings in Raikou right away, and I just want to swagger a bit and such if I am threatened enough. But right now I know of course that Raikou is a special attacker, and me being specially defensive, I should be fine against whatever he's trying to do. So I'm going to get my final layer of spikes up here. I don't think he has spinning or defog on his team, so I should be fine. I have seen Banded Caesar with defog, so it's out there, let me tell ya. But nonetheless, the karma I get for swaggering this poor man comes right back at me where he goes to the T-Bolt, gets the para, and paralyzes me that turn. So here I'm just going to go for the foul play because he is at +4 with all those swaggers, but he goes right into Hydreigon, and it walls dual stab, so I'm thinking, hey, I could probably just hit it with the Dazzling Gleam and take it out, right? No, he does carry the Life Orb Fire Blast. Now here, I go into Mega Pinsir, I'm base 105 speed, and he's base 98, and I am Jolly, so I'm thinking I'm going to take it out with a close combat, but no, he outspeeds. So I'm wondering, do the stats not change until the next turn, or are the Showdown mechanics messed up right now? If you could give me some clarification, I'd really appreciate it. So my opponent brings in Ferrothorn, and I definitely have no reason to stay in being scarfed and locking in Dragon Claw, so I'm just going to get off a nice banded Flare Blitz and nearly obliterate that Greninja. So I really value my Talonflame right now as it's my best counter to most of his team, honestly, so I'm going to switch out. I am a plus attack nature while his Greninja could potentially be a plus speed nature, but I'm not sure, so that's why I'm just going to switch out to make sure. Here he goes for the Flying Gem Acrobatics, which is really cool with the Protean ability. He's able to get stab on it because Protean allows you to have the same typing as whatever attack you use. So anyway, now he brings in Jirachi, and my Tentacruel is still at pretty nice health, and he did go for the Wish and actually got that nice super effective knockoff on him. But now he brings in Hydreigon, he's back to full health. This is not looking great for me. I can get off an Ice Beam to do some decent damage, but I do get flinched by the Dark Pulse. So that's a tad unfortunate. Hydreigon shouldn't even be in OU anymore because it's going to get obliterated by Fairy. But nonetheless, he's in here. And I know that the Dragon Claw or Outrage is pretty darn obvious, and he wants to be safe right now, so I do go for the EQ. And judging by how he doesn't bring in Hydreigon here, he doesn't know I'm scarfed yet, which is huge for later. So here he actually goes for the HP Ice, which is pretty obvious if it was 5th Gen though. 6th Gen I do not recommend using Hidden Powers because I recently found out that it's only base 60 power, so it's not going to be as effective as using an actual move. Now these next series of plays are huge because here I just go for the Brave Bird to get rid of his multi-scale, but it turns out he's a DD variant, and if he does carry the E-Speed for some reason, it could be a huge problem because he probably could have swept my team from there, although I do have rough skin on Garchomp, so it probably wouldn't be a big deal if I lived the E-Speed. Nonetheless, here I go for the EQ on Ferrothorn, he goes to the Leech Seed, so I'm pretty sure it's over as long as he switches to Hydreigon, but he doesn't, and that's a huge misplay of the game that makes him lose, because now I can just go for the Fighting Stab, the Hammer Arm with my Chestnut, easily take out the Ferrothorn or Hydreigon, whichever wants to come in on it, and that'll be the game, because now I can come in with Garchomp, just go for the Outrage and take him out. I guess he really didn't think I was choiced, or he didn't think ahead as I did, and so he just loses both of his pokes here for a pretty narrow 1-0 victory. So it's still a very fun match, and I hope that you guys will enjoy these future 6th Gen Pokemon Showdown battles. I will definitely bring plenty more to this channel, although there are 1 or 2 5th Gen battles that I still want to upload before I'm officially done with 5th Gen Pokemon Showdown battles, or just use them sparingly. And finally, leave me any suggestions that you think that I should start doing 6th Gen related. Thank you all for watching, like, comment, sub, and until later, peace.